Yasher Koach to Emma on a beautiful Osei Shalom. As you can see, we are a very full congregation this morning. We're celebrating Nicole and Max's B'nai Mitzvah, and we also have the chance to celebrate, which is in our hearts every single day, but celebrate the state of Israel and Israel's 78th birthday. In this congregation, I say that because we celebrate Israel every single day, but we wanted to mark this occasion. But in order to really begin this moment, we want everyone, if you feel comfortable, to put your arm around the person next to you or to kind of sway with the person next to you as we become one congregation with Hinei Mah Tov, how good it is to be here together. And we thank our Sinai Akiba Academy Orchestra, who will help lead us in Hinei Mah Tov, our Sinai Akiba Academy students, kindergarten through 6th grade, who will help lead us in prayer. I want you to belt it out. I want to hear it, okay? Join them, everyone.
What we see here is the future, but we're going to begin with the past. Henrietta Zold was born in 1860 in Baltimore, the child of very Jewishly educated parents, her father, Rabbi Benjamin Zold, and Sophie Zold. And when we think about actually what Nicole taught us this morning about a lemonade stand, it literally starts one lemonade cup at a time. Because Henrietta Zold had a goal when she was younger, and she decided to send just two nurses at that time in the early 1900s to the land of Palestine. From 2 nurses in 1918, it became 45 medical professionals, and an organization was started, and it was called Hadassah. From there, she contributed or influenced and inspired millions of Jewish Americans to donate billions of dollars and hours to literally build the Jewish state. She said, I quote, "If you succeed one day," because remember, Henrietta Zold died in 1945. The Holocaust was just ending and there was no Jewish state yet. And so she said, if you can persuade them to set aside one day of year as Palestine Day, because it was the British mandate to Palestine at the time, on which thoughts and means are to be consecrated to a great Jewish world organizing purpose, you will have accomplished a result that will bring immediate blessing to those now in distress and in terror of life, and a blessing for all future times, redounding to the benefit not only of those who will make use of their sanctuary rights in Palestine, but also those who, like ourselves, remaining in a happy, prosperous country of America, will be free to draw spiritual nourishment from that center. If Henrietta Zold on the last day on earth in 1945 would have seen these young children singing and playing Hinei Mah Tov, and now as they are about to sing the prayer for Israel and the prayer for our soldiers of the IDF. She knew that one day, that day to recognize the British Mandate of Palestine, would 78 years later be the 78th birthday of the State of Israel, of Yom HaAtzmaut. And so our Sinai Akiba Academy young people will lead us a prayer for Israel. When we speak about Israel, we also speak about the eternal capital of that state, and that, of course, is Y'rushalayim, Jerusalem of gold. And so a moment of introduction to that song that our adult choir will be leading for us, and so they can come forward as we are about to sing. But Jerusalem of gold, Y'rushalayim Shel Zahav, in fact, the cantor chanted that melody to the Kedusha earlier. It was, in fact, written in 1967, just weeks before the Six-Day War and the unification of Jerusalem. And so, yes, we all know the words and the chorus that we'll sing together in just a moment. But I want to focus on the third paragraph. Because in the third paragraph of Y'rushalayim Shel Zahav, there is a reference to the book of Eicha, the book of Lamentations, that says, Eicha yashva badad, how lonely and solitary is that city of Jerusalem there waiting for us. And weeks after the release of Naomi Shemer's Y'rushalayim Shel Zahav, we know that Jerusalem turned to Jewish sovereignty to become the eternal capital of Jewish people. And so Naomi Shemer, after that happened of the Six-Day War in 1967, she added another verse. And the last verse is a bold invitation to travel to the Dead Sea by the way of Yericho, of Jericho. The passage that we simply take from Jerusalem to the Dead Sea today, once prohibited to the Jewish people, was now open. And so Naomi Shemer boldly proclaims in that last verse that this will be a road that we will go as we please. As we are about to sing Jerusalem of Gold, I also want to recognize a very special guest here today from Israel's consulate, the Ministry of Tourism, Orit Steinfeld. I just saw her in the back. You can stand up, please. Thank you for being here. And thank you, as we've had opportunities to converse, for still encouraging us, even in these most difficult times, to get on that airplane, to keep our tickets, to visit our families and friends in the land of Israel, as our adult choir leads us, Y'rushalayim Shel Zahav.
Thank you to our Sinai Temple Community Choir. Beautiful. So I've been thinking about a story that was shared with me a few years ago about Reverend Rabbi Leslie Hardman. He was officiating at the first Shabbat service organized for the survivors of Bergen-Belsen concentration camp. April 20th, 1945. Just imagine the horror he witnessed. Imagine the terror inflicted upon these survivors. And yet somehow with the strength of their spirit, these survivors concluded that Shabbat service with the singing of, do you know? Hatikvah. They were in an environment that spawned death. Their words and their singing, that birthed hope. And when the Israeli anthem concluded, Hardman, the first Jewish chaplain to the British Army, yelled out with fervor, Am Yisrael Chai. May the nation and the people of Israel live forever and ever. And as remarkable of a story this is, and I've mentioned this story prior on the Bima, what I want to point out to everyone is that the singing of Hatikvah that day in a concentration camp was 3 years before the birth of the modern state of Israel. Remember, Hatikvah was originally written by Naftali Hertz Imber. This is a 19-year-old Jewish poet in 1877. He wrote a poem called Tikvatenu, Our Hope. Again, this wasn't in Israel. This was a teenager, a 19-year-old in the diaspora yearning for a homeland. And then those words were put to music, and every single Jew across the world who felt lost or afraid, fearful for their lives, they had a song to sing. So whether they were in the ghettos or hiding in forests or in concentration camps, they were united with these words. As long as in the heart within, the Jewish soul still yearns, and onward towards the ends of the east, and eye still gazes towards Zion, Od lo avda tikvatenu, our hope is not yet lost. The Jewish people remind each other, even when Israel was not yet declared a state, even when we are thousands of miles away from Israel, when we were persecuted then, when we experience anti-Semitism and anti-Zionism today, throughout our history, our present, our future, it is our yearning Jewish soul and our hope that unites us all. That no matter what we face, it is this hope that the Jewish nation and the Jewish people and the country of Israel will live, will thrive, and be a beacon of light forever. We welcome back our Sinai Akiba Academy students and orchestra. Welcome to the Bima, and we ask the congregation to please rise as we sing together with our hearts and our souls the Jewish and the Israeli anthem, Hatikvah. Your cue.
Ulfat
You guys may take your seats.